Hi guys, my name is Joe, and my channel is Fighting Words, the Martial Arts Library. And this is a segment I call Media Fight Monday, where I take a fight scene and I break it down and then grade it based on realism and storytelling value. So this week what we're looking at is a fight scene from the TV show Renegade. This is from Season 3, Episode 5 from 1994. And Lorenzo Lamas is the actor. Reno Raines is the character. The actor who's playing his adversary is Yuan. I don't know off the top of my head remember if this is his first appearance. It's not going to be his last. He was in The Perfect Weapon, and that has some of my favorite fight scenes, so he'll be in those, and a few others, I think. Anyway, he's playing the titular Black Wind, a guy who trained in Shotokan with, Reno Raines' teacher, sensei, and somehow became a ninja because of that. So it's up to our hero, Reno Raines, to stop this guy. As far as the backgrounds on the actors go, Lorenzo Lamas started in Taekwondo. He then moved into Budo Jiu-Jitsu, which is a modern form of Jiu-Jitsu. He's also studied Japanese swordplay as well as traditional Japanese karate. Yuan is another one of Chuck Norris's products. So his primary background appears to be in Chuck Norris's Chonkakdo. Reno has sensed the presence of the ninja while he's near a beach, so he's going under the boardwalk. The Drifters had a nice song by that name. So he misses with a swing, and our ninja counters with a jump kick. Round kick is blocked. Falls with a kick. Another round kick is blocked. Looked like a spinning back fist. Crescent kick is blocked. So he countered with a hook kick, and it looks like they're repeating that sequence again. a reverse punch is grabbed and countered with looked like a round kick to the body. It looked like a back kick of some sort, followed by another punch, or a hand strike anyway. Okay, here's the thing. We can see a bit of the silhouette of the ninja here. And we're going to suspend our disbelief that the guy walking 2 or 3 feet close to him doesn't see him. Okay, so he's going to ambush him, right? Check this out. He's going to ambush him by jumping right in front of him. Okay, anyway, looks like Reno's already loading up with some strike. It's another... So it was straight punch that was ducked, a round punch that was ducked, long left swing. It looks like another straight punch that gets grabbed, and that was a shuto, or a knife hand, like to the ribs, not really on the center, but off to the side. Thrown him down. I don't think that's a really technical throw. So he just like chucks a rock at him, hook kick misses. Ninja's hook kick lands. And he hit him with the Showtime kick before the Showtime kick was a thing. So that was actually more of a crescent kick than a round kick, which was what Anthony Pettis' Showtime kick in WEC was. So now we're in the water. Your footing would be awful here. We can't really see what he's hitting him with. They are hand techniques, and they appear to be mostly aimed at the chest. So the secret ninja takes off his mask so you can see him. As far as realism goes, most of the strikes that they were doing were realistic. It's not quite as realistic to, grab a guy's arm out of the air. Hook kicks can work, they often don't. It's an unusual kick to aim well, to get a lot of power into. Some of the non-fighting parts of that fight were a little bit weird. Like, I don't know what Reno threw at him. It looked like it was maybe a boulder or something, but it was clearly just sand. Black Wind jumping on the on the post to get off his, jumping crescent kick. Eh. I mean, it's hard to poo-poo something that we've actually seen land in a high-level competitive fight, but there was sort of that pause there, which is why, and I'm not really buying that too much. There was the ridiculous aspect of like, I'm gonna be hiding behind this pillar, because he's already literally ambushed him twice. Like, come out of the shadows and like bang, and that's how he starts to fight him. And then that last part, it's just, I'm gonna stand behind this pillar and then jump out in front of you. Again, most of the techniques could be realistic. If you hit somebody with a round kick, it would hurt. There were some exchanges that I'm like, okay, that's, yeah, ducking a big swing, like blocking a round kick. Those are things that could happen. I'm going to give it a C minus. C would be like middle of the road, nothing special. The minus part is some of the less realistic aspects. If I'm a ninja, I'm not going to jump out in front of you. If I'm a ninja, I'm probably not going to study Shotokan Karate. It's going to be something else. It's somewhat controversial, but there are martial traditions that say that they have their roots in traditional shinobi warriors, basically assassins and special forces and spies and all. The martial traditions associated with them, the unarmed combat, doesn't look a lot like that. There are some resemblances, but generally not. So yeah, that's your C minus. Storytelling value. It is building up Black Wind as being a dangerous opponent, and that is important. Our hero needs something to overcome. I don't think Reno landed a single good shot in this. I think that shows him as being extremely outmatched. And storytelling-wise, I don't like that, because we are going to have, a turnabout later on in the episode, in our big final showdown. So it almost has shades of that, like Karate Kid, guy with like, his skills are down here, and then he goes through a montage and suddenly his skills are up here. Because, I mean, surprise or not, like, he had a dude standing in front of him. He was throwing shots in range and wasn't landing any of them. So that sort of juxtaposes between, of course, he does have a training montage here, where he learns Aikido, and it turns out to be what he needs to beat this guy. Alright. From a storytelling perspective, he loses this fight so he can win the one later. Other things that don't make a whole lot of sense, again, going back to what I talked about, the realism side of the fight, why is our, secret warrior revealing so much about himself? You could make the case that he's doing it to taunt Reno and to get into his head. I don't think it's good storytelling, though. Beating him up is enough to get into his head, or attacking him indirectly. That would be how this guy, like, I can beat you physically and I can get to you at any time. It's not like, ha, now you've seen my face, so there. What does that prove? So that part doesn't make sense. But I do, the main thrust of this, though, was him getting the drop on Reno, him beating him physically in a fight, and again, Reno not landing, I don't think, anything, like, he the closest he got was, like, blocked kicks. I'm going to give it a B for storytelling. It does tell a bit of a story, it helps set up something for later, but there are flaws in the overall storytelling aspect. So yeah, C minus for realism, B for storytelling, and that's all I got for this one. So thank you for following along with me. If you would like to support the channel, or if you have a suggestion for a video for me to do, please feel free to go to my Ko-fi account and donate to that. And I'll see you guys later.